Faith Thomas here. Today we're going to talk about one of the foundations for success online, and that's how to make money. The whole reason you're out here is to make money online. So we're going to look at that today. I love this quote by Steve Jobs. He says, if you define the problem correctly, you almost have the solution. One of the best ways to make money online is to find a problem that you know how to solve and then sell that solution. Einstein also has a really good quote. He said, when I have 1 week to solve a seemingly impossible problem, I spend 6 days defining the problem. Then the solution becomes obvious. So as we look at defining a problem that you know a solution for, you really need to dig down and do some research and be sure you've defined that problem very well and very specifically, and your solution should fit with that. A good way to find this is if you go to Google and do a Google search, such as, let's say your interest is with Pomeranians. So you're going to do Pomeranian forum. And by going into one of the forums, you can see the questions that people are asking, the problems that they are having. And then if you could create a solution for those problems, that would be a great way to make money in a specific niche. So things like reverse sneezing, grooming a Pomeranian. Okay, that's a problem. I don't know if you've grooming nightmare. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever had a Pomeranian. They are a grooming nightmare. So as you define the problem, if you have a solution for it, then that's a good place for you to create a niche. So let's talk for a minute about niches. If you're trying to define a niche and choose a niche that you're going to work in, and you should really only be working in one niche, find that niche that works for you. If you're having trouble coming up with what that should be, usually it's something that people ask your advice about. So if you know something about cars, they may ask you about their car problem that they're having, or about homeschooling, or about gardening, or about accounting, taxes. You know, if it's something that you know about and people come to you and ask your advice, that might be a really good niche for you to be working in. It could be an achievement that you've accomplished in the last 10 years, such as losing 40 pounds in 12 months. Okay, that's a fantastic achievement. That's something that you can write about from experience, and people can look to you and say, hey, I'd like to do that. How do I do that? What steps did you take? There are other things that you may have achieved in the last 10 years, going back to school as someone who's older, or planting an entire organically grown garden. Something that you've done and accomplished that you can then speak from a position of authority. It could be that your niche comes from a hobby or even from a career. If you're having real trouble trying to define it, you could ask your friends and family what they think you might be good at. I want to show you this graphic. I know this graphic is all about purpose, but I think it also works for a niche. Because really, you want to find a niche that is in the area that you feel the most passion about, but that you can get paid for. And pretty much where those overlap is right here in the center spot, this sweet spot here for where your purpose is. So find something that you love, that you're good at, that other people need, that you can get paid for. And if you can find that, you find this right here. Now, a lot of people go into online marketing and they want to do something that, some program that they found, and then they're going to sell that program to other people. So it's something that the world needs and something they can get paid for, but they're not good at it and they don't really love it. So it ends up being a vocation. And there's not a whole lot of room in this little circle here, or oval, or whatever shape that is. There's not a whole lot of it that is this sweet spot. So what you want to do is find that sweet spot where all these things tie together. So if your passion happens, I'm just going to use myself here as an example. I love to help other people. That is just something that has always driven me my entire life, is to help other people and serve their needs. I happen to be good at a number of things, but one of them is creating websites. That's just something I love doing. It gives me a sense of purpose and fulfillment, and I happen to be pretty good at it. And so right here you can see this is something I'm very passionate about. Well, anyone who goes into online marketing needs a website. So the world definitely needs this item. They need websites. And believe it or not, they are willing to pay me for it. So for me, I love making websites. I'm good at it. People need it, and they'll pay me for it. That is a sweet spot. You may love to garden organically, and you may be good at it, which not everybody is. And there is a great need, there's a great desire on the part of many people to learn how to garden organically. What are the latest tips and tricks? And, how do I keep this from happening or that from happening? How do I get the best tomatoes or whatever? People are willing to pay you for that information. So that's another good sweet spot. So think about your life and what is it that you're good at? What is it that you really love to do? And is that something that the world needs, that someone might be willing to pay for? You're looking to define a problem that someone is willing to pay you for a solution. So once you find that, you're in a really good place. Now there are 3 really profitable areas: health, wealth, and relationships. So it may be that you're good at one of those 3 things, or a part of one of those 3 things. Anything that requires knowledge to be good at is something that you can market. So it may be in the health industry. You know something about essential oils, for example, which is a hot, somewhat new niche. Or it may be that you know something about massage therapy or weight loss, like we've talked about. Okay, these are very profitable niches. Maybe you're good at giving relationship advice. All of these things are great opportunities to make money online. But for it to work, you need a good sales funnel. So let's look at this sales funnel here. The first step is to create traffic and attract traffic. And there are lots of different places to do so. You can do it through Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube. You can do it through a WordPress, a blog. You can do it through direct mailing even. All of these ways to get new traffic is the very tip here, the very first stage of your sales funnel. After you've got that traffic coming in, the next thing is to engage them with a landing page or a squeeze page, as it may be, the website. You can do surveys, you can do whatever. The goal there is to get them to sign up for what your offer is. You're offering to solve their problem. You attract them by saying, hey, if you have this problem, raise your hand. And once they say, ooh, I've got that problem, then you say, hey, I've got the solution. And if you leave me your name and email address, I will solve your problem for you. I will give you what you need to get that problem solved. So you do that through email marketing. And you want that as automated as possible. And in your email marketing, you're going to invite them, step 4 here, you're going to invite them to purchase your solution. And then converting them to that solution is the bottom here of your funnel. Now what you're going to do here is repeat these steps right through here. You're going to use that email list to present them with new solutions and new products. Once you get them in that cycle there, it's going to be a good place to be able to make that money online that you're wanting to make. Obviously, new traffic, very important, but the money's made down here at this end, and so you need to keep that in mind. So in the example that I had mentioned with my own money making online, I let people know that I can create for them a website, and I do it in a way that is free for them. They're not going to pay me directly. I have a landing page for that with steps, and they can sign up for that. Once they do that, then I have them here, and what I'm able to do is offer them not just that website that they need, but I can offer them other suggested programs and systems that they could use to improve their situation with making money online. So there's all kinds of ways to do this, but what you need is that sales funnel set up. You need to have a website, you need the landing pages, you need the email marketing, so you need something that's going to capture the emails and be able to send emails out to people. You need that as automated as possible. And you need the product. You need that solution that they're wanting to get. So all of that's necessary, and I hope this has been helpful for you to get an overview of how money is made online. Next time, we're going to talk about the 6 foundations, the things you absolutely must have in order for this whole system to work. Until then, if you've got comments or questions, leave them below, and I do respond to them, I do read them, so I will see you next week.